Close. All right, here we go. Got it. Hi guys, welcome in. My name is Uma. I am the CEO of the Lotus and Light Metaphysical Center in Manassas, Virginia. Is anyone here from Manassas?
Close, Woodbridge.
All right, cool. Hey neighbor.
I drove here from Manassas, Old Town Manassas.
I'm very close to Old Town. I'm on Mosby Street.
Okay.
So it's very close to Old Town. I know a lot of people like to come for classes and then go to Old Town for lunch. So I have a great topic for you guys. By the way, this is my first time doing this topic, and I did it because usually I do spirit communication, psychic development, spiritual development, but I felt it was so important to have this topic because we're ending a 9-year cycle. Can we clap it up? Is everybody ready? Are we so over this cycle? Right? Oh my gosh, I feel like I just barely made it out with the skin of my hair and my teeth, right? So I want to go over some things, and the reason why I ask you guys if you have journals is because I'm going to make this specific to you. I am talking about the world, what the world went through the past 9 years, but I can relate it to you. And this is going to be so good because if you follow along and you're able to write things down for each year as I go through, at the end we're going to look at it, and then you guys get to tell me your story. How cool is that, right? So I hope there's people in here that like to share, because I don't like quiet people. I'm gonna pick on you the most. You, sir, I'm gonna pick on you all day. So, you ready?
He's a talker.
Yeah, oh, he is? Yeah. He was talking it up? Okay, and the last one. He's just quiet here. Got you. All right, so if I talk too fast, you let me know, okay? Okay. So let's just start by grounding into the moment. And I really like to lower the lights. They always get mad at me because I always be messing with these lights.
I think the light is on the right. Is that not it?
This is not it. It might be at the back of the room.
It's back here.
Is it? Can you mess with it for me? I'm gonna blame you. Just to
Point.
Yeah, if you break it, I'm gonna say you did it. I just want to get it like a little bit lower. No? Oh, you did something. There you go. Yeah, go. No, other way. The other way. Yeah, it was lower for, there we go.
There we go.
Yes. Oh, now, okay, now. Yeah, could you raise it just a little bit?
Yeah.
There.
Like to, right?
Yeah. Yeah, partly, right?
Excuse me.
This is the beginning of the reckoning that you guys didn't know. You're the chosen ones. Welcome. It's the rapture happening. Okay. You're the chosen ones. All right, let's get into this, guys. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. This is a collective moment for the world. It's a moment of endings and new beginnings. My invitation today is for you to reflect on where you've been, release what no longer serves you, and prepare to step into a brand new cycle of purpose and power. All right, open your eyes. So one of the things I do at my center is numerology. Do you guys know about numerology? It's like an ancient way of counting. We count numbers, and every number has an energetic value. So what numerologists realize is that we live in 9-year cycles, right? And I do readings for people where I tell them what number they're in, like what cycle they're in. If you're in year 2 or year 7 or whatever, because each year has a specific value. But the world also goes through that number counting as well. How do you calculate the annual number? You just count the numbers of the year. So 2025, who's good at math? Add it up. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is?
9.
There we go. So we're at the end of a cycle that began in 2017. Isn't that amazing? How many of you And this, before we even get into this, how many of you have had your own endings this year? Whether it's the end of a relationship, the end of a job, maybe the end of a cycle. Like I was a full-time mom and now both my boys are in college. I'm an empty nester now, right? So it doesn't even have to be like a specific thing, but like a spiritual phase thing, right? Anybody want to tell me what endings you had this year? Yes, ma'am.
Just 72 hours ago, I ended the wonderful caregiving of my mom. She transitioned on 9/29. I'm sorry,
20,
I'm sorry,
9/27. 5, okay.
And her birthday is 5/29.
5/29.
And, you know, just the changing. But,
Yeah.
you know, it was
Wow.
challenging. It was hard, and that was one of the things of my heart. Well, I am pretty healthy, whatever, but I had to stay as healthy. You know, danger could come to me because I needed to see her transition.
Yeah.
from
My
this
condolences to you on your passing of your
Thank you.
mom.
It's very hard, but I'm in the right places. Thank you.
You are. You are. And for anybody else who's going through a loss this year, please understand that it's lining up with the energy of the world right now. Okay? Now, typically, we're going to go through each year specifically, but just for those of you that are writing notes, numerology works in cycles of 9, and each year has its own energy and lessons. Year 1 is new beginnings, planting seeds. Years 2 through 8 are generally the growth, the lessons, the building years. And then year 9 is your completion, your karmic closure, your release. So our cycle that we're in the world started in 2017, and now we're ending in 2025. 2026 is a new cycle, and I'm so glad you guys are all here today because you get to consciously set the intent right here, right now, about what you want to create for the next 9-year cycle. We're going to do that together.
What did you say 2 through 8 was?
The building years.
Oh.
Yeah, growth, lessons, building. So we're gonna do journaling, all right? I'm gonna walk you through each year. I'm gonna share 1 to 2 major world events that happened that reflect that year's energy. And then I'm going to pose a question to you for you to reflect on your own life. Now I know, listen, most of us are over 40. The memory's not all there, okay? You know what I had to do? I had to go back to age. Well, I was 42 at that age, so what happened at 42? So do whatever you can, and if you can't really remember everything, just let it go out with that, okay? So let's start. What do you guys remember that happened in 2017 that was significant?
Significant to you, or does anything, or?
Significant in the world. Yeah, we haven't gotten to our personal stories yet. In the world, do you guys remember in 2017, Trump got inaugurated? Now, this is a non-political class, okay? So it doesn't matter whether you voted for him or you didn't vote for him. Nobody can deny that Trump being in office was a pivotal moment in history for the world, right? And we also had the Great American Eclipse. So that was the start of something new. Now, for your reflection, in 2017, what new chapter began for you? Sir, I'm going to start with you first. You look like you're itching to tell me.
I was contemplating a business and I started it the next year.
Okay, so 2017 was new ideas started to come in about, I want to move in this direction. Were you employed by someone else?
No, I was just starting. I already owned the business. I was just going to start another.
Another business, got you. Okay, anyone else? Yes.
I moved back here from New York.
Oh, in 2017?
Yeah, and I got a dog.
And a dog.
That's important.
That is very important. That is very important. Hi, welcome in. You're late, so you have to do 10 jumping jacks.
No. Second projection.
Okay. So a year 1 is new beginnings. It's the start of the cycle. How do you feel when you start something new?
Nervous.
Nervous, fresh, excited, right? And that's going to be the energy of next year. So I want you to take this moment and think about 2017, journal. If you'd like to share, put your hand up and let me know what happened for you in 2017. What was the new energy that came in that propelled you forward? Yes.
I got my cat around the eclipse. The eclipse, when you mentioned the eclipse,
Yes.
that reminded me, that's when I got my cat, my first cat.
There you go.
And she's my soulmate.
There, yes, pets are like children, for sure. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Yes.
my children's dad died,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and he had written a document that I would be the executor. And I tell you, it's been years of hell. It's been lawsuits.
He died in 2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I became the executor of his estate, which was a mess. And I think it's gonna be finished this year. It's gonna be finished this year.
So it took the whole cycle.
Yes, it took the whole cycle, yeah. Girlfriend sued us and, geez. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something if we went to like the government and say, y'all need to do better because your process for death and dying takes a whole cycle?
It does. It did in this case.
They would look at me like I'm crazy. But you know, like usually death and dying, like people who have had people that passed on, they do say it's a very long process, like 2 to 3 years and stuff, you know?
If there's trouble, yeah, and there was.
Okay. So what I want you to do now, because we're going to do this in 3 parts, right? We're going to talk about what happened in 2017. We're also going to talk about what you remembered that happened. Now, the last part of this is 2026 is a year 1. So I'd like you to take this time to write down what you would like to start. You don't have to finish it in year 1. You just want to start it. I would like to start a business. I would like to get into a relationship that would lead to a happily ever after. I would really like to put my health first and work on my health goals. I would like to go back to school. I would like to get a pet. I'd like to start a hobby. Anybody want to share what you want to do for 2026? I'm sorry?
All of the above.
All of the above. Oh, you're just going right in for it. You're like, this is going to be my okay. Yes.
This is really cool. 'Cause in 2017, I moved out of the country.
Okay.
Started a big, a whole career thing. And then 2026, I'm planning to move across the country.
Well, look at you.
I didn't know they would like it like
Isn't that funny, right? It's beautiful. Anybody else want to share?
Over here.
Yes.
I'd like to find a new passion.
A new passion. What's the old passion? Children? Yeah. Are yours graduating, going to college too, or? No, they're still young. Yeah.
Well, they're like high school.
Yeah, so you have time now. So that's perfect. Okay. So you guys get this. This is gonna go easy. We might be done in half the time. Ha! I'm just kidding. All right. 2018 was a year 2. What do you think 2s are about, the numerology of 2?
Partnership. Evenness, balance.
Yes, partnership, evenness, balance, harmony, right? And what happened? What was the big thing that happened in 2018 that you guys remember that signified partnership? That was the year of the royal wedding. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. It was the most watched global event of the year, symbolizing not only partnership, but themes of unity, cultural blending, breaking tradition, right? Meghan going into the royal family, that was a big to-do, wasn't it? What do you guys remember for yourself in 2018? It doesn't have to be just romantic partnerships. Like, for instance, you said you started your business. Did you work with other people? Were you in collaboration?
Yeah, so it started and it's still going. So I started building partnerships in 2018 with other companies and organizations.
And they're still here.
Yes.
Because you know why? In a 2-year, that's the best time to build partnerships, whether it's work-related or it's personal and romantic. Now, sometimes if you're not properly aligned, and we're going to talk about that, you can build partnerships that will of course end because it's still a partnership. Anybody want to reflect on that? We're always good for, we're always down for a good juicy breakup story.
Would 2024 be considered a two?
2024, no, that was a year 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a breakup story.
Oh, we can't wait to hear it.
Well, I had a freak accident at a four-way stop sign and my car got totaled. Nobody got hurt. It was just the strangest thing. There was no speed involved, but my car was completely totaled.
Wow.
And it was a highly emotional experience for me because I had to get a new car. It won't mean anything to anybody else, but it was literally a breakup.
Oh, I do see that.
It
Yeah.
was pretty significant.
That is a significant breakup. Anybody else broke up with anything else? Your cable bill, anything?
I was working for an organization that I truly believed in, but realized that my leadership team wasn't doing the right thing,
Yeah.
and we had a very contentious breakup in 2018.
Wow. Look at that. It's, the reason why I want to do this exercise with you is because what you're learning here today, you can take forward for the rest of your life. Because now you're just going to start counting, right? All you have to do is count the numbers. 2018, 2 plus 1 plus 8 is
9.
11, and then you have to bring it down to, you bring it down to one number. So 1 plus 1 is? That's how you do it, right? Okay. All right, let's go to 2019. 2019 was a year 3. What do you think 3s are about?
See, to me, 3 is balance, and I know that's weird.
Balance was 2. It's, yes, catalyst I can take because growth, creativity, expression, communication, expansion, right? What do you guys remember about 2019?
It was a great year.
Oh, good. Well, tell me why.
I just think, knowing what came next, everything was, if we could just, if I could just stay in 2019.
Yeah, that's true, because the next year was the big thing. Well, I'll tell you something about 2019. That was the year of Greta Thunberg. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
She was the Swedish teenager. She became the face of global climate, movement. She inspired Fridays for Future school strike. And on September 23rd, 2019, she delivered her powerful "How Dare You" speech at the UN Climate Action Summit in New York, challenging world leaders. So why does that matter? Because Greta was just 16, but her voice, her creative expression sparked a worldwide movement. And that's the year 3 energy, speaking your truth, being heard, expanding your influence, using your creativity, your communication to spark change. What happened for you in 2019 that you could remember that was like that? Anyone?
For me, I think it was the peak of my career.
Mine too. I was thinking that too, because I developed a lot of great classes at Lotus that year. Yeah. Anybody else had like a good career year that year in 2019 that you could remember? Yeah.
My last day at work.
Was 2019?
Yeah.
Look at that. And how has retired life been? Has it been like you expressing your creativity and hobbies and stuff?
No,
No,
not at all.
not yet. Okay. Just resting.
Working around the house.
Working around the house. Okay. Yeah, your wife is like creatively fixing things around the house. But did you know something else happened in 2019 that not a lot of people knew about? We had the first ever black hole photo. Yeah. The Event Horizon Telescope project released the first direct image of a black hole located in galaxy M87, which is 55 million light years away. Why it corresponded to the number 3 is because for the first time, humanity was able to visualize the invisible. It symbolized expansion of human knowledge and collective creativity. That's like pure year 3 energy. So, we didn't talk about 2027 because we forgot to do that for, on a personal level. But if we know 2027 is a year of partnerships, I know there's a lot of psychics in here. What do you guys think is going to happen? We already said 2026 is a brand new beginning. Now, I want to talk about something concerning Trump, because
There's a new world order in 2027.
okay, I was, see, psychics in this building. You could never, you can't lie here. Not at these events. But there's been a lot of talk in the community about the president being assassinated. You guys have heard that, right? Like astrologers are saying it and things like that. And a lot of reasons why people believe that's happening is because numerology says 2026 is a new cycle. So for a lot of people, they interpret that as he's not going to be part of the new cycle. You understand? And if that's the case, then as you just said, 2027, we're going to be shifting into something else. What would that something else be? And there's been a lot of people talking in the community about a new world order. Do you guys know what that is? Like having one central government for the whole world.
That's not what I'm.
Oh, what are you talking about?
We're currently very introspective into the United States, and our doors will open up again, and there will be a reglobalization of energy, of communication, and of change.
Okay.
That's what I see. I don't see a new world order in terms of one government, but definitely our government going back to being more open. And Trump's not going to get assassinated. He's going to die.
People have been saying that,
Sorry, that's just a chill that I get.
assassination or natural causes. Yes, sir.
So you're saying 2027, right?
Is going to be a year 2.
Right, so I think that AI is going to be at another level. It's definitely going to be at another level. I think a lot of people are going to try to figure out their life at that in 2027, because technology is going to get to a point where a lot of jobs, it's just not needed.
Right.
Regardless of if you are professional or manual labor, it's going to happen. It's happening now.
Could you imagine if 2027 is a year 2, right? That we could have people that are half people, half AI.
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a partnership, right? And we're talking about it now, about people being imprinted with chips. Did you know that you can get a tattoo where it's a barcode, and when you scan it, it can give you information about the person? So these are just all like thoughts, all things. Yes?
You said the new, it starts in 2026.
Right, that's a year 1, and 2027 is a year 2.
So are you speaking of the calendar year or?
Yes, 2026, yeah,
Okay.
from January to December,
Okay, yeah, of course.
yeah.
So you said that he would not make it through.
No, I'm not saying that. We're talking about what is, we're talking
Okay,
about
that's out
possible,
there.
yes.
Okay. But then you said if that's the case, a new regime will come in 2027.
Well, okay, let's say this, what I'm sharing, right, is what is being talked about in the communities, right? So there is the theory that, there is the theory that the higher ups, whoever they may be, whatever you want to call it, the Illuminati, the 1%, whatever, have been purposely creating drama around the world, famines, hungers, strikes, war, to make people believe, well, individual governments can't do it on their own. We need just one government. Hence, well, different terminology, the New World Order, which would be one centralized government that rules all the countries. Have you guys heard that before? Show of hands. How many of you have heard that? Yeah. The whole globe, yeah.
It's been out there more than 20 years.
Yeah,
No, it's been out there for more than 100 years.
yeah. Yes.
and I feel like the systems are going to run the world, not people. It's more so the
But
technology.
who runs the systems?
Yeah.
The
but
systems run the systems.
Sorry
to scare you.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where let's just say the system is autonomous and it's gonna make its own decisions. That's how AI works anyway.
Yeah.
So it's no need for human input at a point.
Yeah. How
And
many,
that's the way it's working.
how many of you feel that humanity is on the brink of extinction? Because that's another thought out there, that humanity will be completely replaced by AI.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and a lot of movies are talking about it now too. Like, there was recently this movie where they made a Westworld. Anybody saw Westworld?
Yeah, of course.
Westworld talks about that, where they made like this kind of like park that you can go, and it was like a Western, and you could shoot people, but they're not people, they're AI, they look like people. So you can shoot them, you can harass them, you can do whatever you want with them, and you can go on adventures or whatever. And it really showed, when people aren't being watched, just what people are capable of, when there's no consequences. And then the AIs somehow become aware, and then they start killing out the people. And then we moved to, like, I think it was like by season 5 or season 6, I can't even remember. It was, there was no more humans. It was just all AI. But they looked like humans. It still didn't work, because in the end, they didn't have a soul. So it became monotonous. Life became boring, you know? All good thoughts in the back.
What is the community saying about probability of going to war with China in 2027?
2027, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's a year 2. It's more focused on partnerships. So if anything, there may be how we have all the countries at war. Now, this is all theory. Remember, we're in here not talking about facts. We're talking about what's to come. We're predicting. We're doing seership. So if I was to be, as a numerologist, speaking on year 2027, I would say, if anything, the world is tired of fighting each other, and they would start working together and learn how to trade and learn how to get along. Yes. Go.
I was gonna say, well, there's talk about aliens. This may sound
And then
crazy, but
aliens?
Aliens will present themselves
Yeah.
globally to the world openly, and that there could be a partnership maybe with.
That could happen in 2027, yeah.
Contact or something.
Or that could happen in 2026. That's something new, new beginnings, right? Yes, ma'am, in the back? There was 2 of you.
Oh, yeah. Did you say 2027 was the year that we might have a centralized global government?
Well, it could happen at, no, we weren't saying that specifically. We were saying that's one of those things that was talked about.
Right. I know none of these are facts, but I was just seeking clarification on that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we didn't tie that specific, because 2027 is the year of partnerships, harmony, balance. So that's what that's about. Yes, someone else in the back? Okay, so let's move on to, where are we at now?
2020.
Oh, what happened in 2020? What didn't happen? COVID, right? COVID happened in 2020. Now, year 4 is 2020. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 4. A year 4 is the energy of foundations, structure, discipline, stability, and order. Year 4s are about building solid foundations. And it can bring restrictions that force us to strengthen or build what is not solid. Now, the biggest thing that we noticed about 2020 with the COVID pandemic is it shut down the world, right? And foundations of daily life, health systems, jobs, schools, travel, food supply chains, everything was tested. Lockdowns forced people into restricted routines, highlighting discipline and survival. I think that's the first time in history, in our history, that we really thought about survival, right? Living in a first world country, we didn't have to worry about those things. Entire structures that we thought were permanent crumbled, revealing what was weak and what needed rebuilding. You know what was noticeable about 2020? That was the highest rate of divorces.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
Not
Lock me in a room
surprising.
with a man, and that's gonna happen.
Because, and that's it, right? Because at that time, most people were getting married that was the social thing to do. We've been dating for 3 years. It's time to get engaged time to get married, not really thinking, are you the person for me? And then in life, we can distract ourselves with things, right? We can distract ourselves with work, with friendships, with travel, with hobbies, and not really pay attention to the person we're with. But now when you're locked at home with them, I don't think I like you. Right, right. Yes, ma'am.
But isn't that the opposite of stability? How the whole year was? With
Well,
a bunch of divorces and everything.
if
Both
you're-
sides uprooted.
If you're on a shaky foundation, it got to be broken down to rebuild you on a better foundation. So if your relationship was not really the relationship for you, right? It was shaky. It has to crumble so that you can find your own foundation. Because relationships really are supposed to support you. It's like a pillar under your house. You're the house, right? A relationship, good relationships are supposed to be strong pillars under your house. But if you have a shaky foundation, a shaky pillar, it's going to shake your foundation, and then you can't get anywhere in life. That's why we say sometimes people in life, they can make you or break you. And that's why we say you got to be careful who you surround yourself with. Are people contributing to you, or are they taking from you? Yes.
I think that 2020, we look at it as very negative, but it was a very
I
positive.
enjoyed 2020. I don't know about y'all.
I did too.
Show of hands who enjoyed 2020, because I was resting. I was on my routines. I was yoga, meditating every day. Yes.
So I work in staffing for a large global organization. What
Yes.
happened in 2020 for us that I think is so important, like for,
Yes.
for society in general, was it really broke the structure that you had
Yep.
to go someplace
Yeah.
to be
Yep.
valuable, and people learned that like you can work and do your laundry, you can work and
Yes.
see-
Oh, that was another thing. Everybody working at home.
And now that has completely changed. Like we have a statistics now. We ask people how many want to go back into the workforce full time. What's the number? What do you think? 12%
Wow.
of people. So that was like foundational. Like you think of, we went into the cities and we commuted and we did all the things, and it was just, we were losing so much of life.
Yeah.
We created this life-giving structure in a time of death. And
Well, that's another foundational structure that was being questioned. Do we have to work 40 hours a week?
yeah.
That's when they started. Do you guys remember they started? I think was it Jeff Bezos was entertaining the thought of like putting it out about a 4-day work week. Was it him or somebody else? A lot of people were talking about we need to change it. Why are we at work 5 days, right? Why can't we work from home?
And we were the most productive in 2020.
We were the most productive.
That we've ever
Yes,
been.
we were
Yeah.
incredibly productive. I also work in HR.
All right, here's your journaling prompt for 2020. What foundations of yours were tested in 2020? And what structures in your life had to be rebuilt? Like we said, the divorces. I'm stable as I thought I was. I don't have a strong foundation. This gotta go. So 4s are about foundations, but it's not just about the foundation, but about the testing of the foundation, right?
Can you read that again?
What were your foundations tested in 2020? And what structures in your life had to be rebuilt?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, what's going to be, where are we at in the future? 2027? No, 2028. 8 and 4, no.
Yeah.
26, 27, 28, 29. 2029 is going to be your new year 4. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah. So what do you guys think would be coming? This is the seership part. We're guessing here. We're doing guesswork.
29 would be fine, wouldn't it?
2029, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. 3 and 1 is 4. So what do you guys think would be a foundational, either being built or, you know what I think is coming? I don't think we're going to have paper currency anymore.
I actually agree with that.
A new financial system. Now remember, Uranus moved into Taurus back in 2017, I think. Was it 2017? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, yes, and that was the year 1. Because whenever Uranus moves into Taurus, Taurus is financial systems and Uranus is change. And the last time it happened, we had like the Wall Street, the big crash in Wall Street. We had the Great Depression. So when it moved into 2017, people got really nervous about it. Did you remember that they put, somebody overnight put a statue of a little girl standing with her hand in front of the bull on Wall Street?
Yeah.
The little girl was to represent Uranus. The bull represents Taurus, which represents financial systems. That's why there's a bull on Wall Street. Yes?
I think Bitcoin's gonna be worth $1 million in 29.
Write that down, y'all.
How much?
He said,
One Bitcoin is probably gonna be worth about $1 million.
one Bitcoin is gonna be $1 million.
Very specific and tell us where we should buy that.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy it on Cash App, you can buy it on a lot of different sites. It's 100,000 right now. A few years ago, it was 5,000. In 2012, it was $1.
It's crazy. All right, 2021 was a 5-year. Now, year 5s are problematic for people because 5s are like the wild card years. It's change, it's freedom, it's unpredictability, right? And in year 2021, we literally saw that happen with the launch of space tourism. Do you guys remember with Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos? They started taking tourists, outer space. Yep.
I had open heart surgery
Open heart surgery.
due to COVID.
Yeah. Anyone else? Remember what crazy stuff happened in 2021? That was also the same time we had the global supply chain crisis. We had store shelves empty. Remember that? Shipments delayed, life disrupted. And that's the year 5 energy. So if any of you are doing your personal year, if you're in a year 5, you would have a lot of change in that year. Anything happening for you in 2021?
Yeah, I moved.
You moved and it was like a lot of chaos. Yeah,
Moved too.
a lot of moving. Yeah, people move, people break up, health issues, maybe you thought a friend was a friend until you find out they weren't. It's just a lot of chaos. Now, 2030 is going to be a year 5. Has anybody been making predictions about year 2030? That's also another year that the aliens can come in eventually. There's so many portals when the aliens can come in. Change, right? Yes.
On the cover of the World Economic Forum, they said Agenda 2030 is that by 2030, you will not own anything.
That's right.
And you will be happy at the same time.
What do you
So,
mean you will not own anything?
Yeah.
like, it
Home
won't be a
ownership.
need to buy a car because there's already rideshare, right? There won't be a need to buy a lot of things because you can it's a share economy at that point.
Financial experts are already advising people now, don't buy homes anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
Yeah,
it's too much money. It's better to just rent.
to rent.
Yeah.
That's what it
But
is.
see, rents are also really going up in price tremendously, and we've got a housing shortage. Right, at least in this area, we have a housing shortage, and we definitely have an affordable housing shortage. So those are things that you need to consider when you're looking at what your decisions are.
And all of this is again pushing for the one world order. Let the government take care of everything. All you got to do is just live and be happy. We're going to give you AI robots to do everything.
Yeah,
But then you have to ask yourself, why? Why would a governing body want to take care of everything, take away all my ownership, have AI do everything for
because
me?
they're empowered.
But what does that mean for humans?
Well, they want to decrease the human population.
So that's another thought that's out there. So humans need to have purpose, okay? And I believe that we as human beings, as a society as a whole, will allow AI to take everything over. I think there's a new symbiosis, and there's a new, for, at least in SHRM and things that you're looking at, we will have thousands of jobs disappear because of AI, but we'll have thousands of new jobs.
That's right.
What that means is that there's going to be a new alignment of our purpose as human beings, whatever that might be. So one of the things that I was looking at is our planet needs saving. can AI really go out and do the work that we need to do in the environment to clean it up? They can instruct us and give us information, but it does not have hands and feet and a brain and humanity and feeling. So those are the things that are going to shift, and those are the types of jobs and the energy that we're going to harness. And I think that 2030 is too soon. I think that we're actually going to be looking at a little further out, but then maybe I'm wrong. But that's just, I kind of see what we're predicting going really faster than it has historically in history.
We'll see, because they
We'll
also
see.
say that time is speeding up. How
Oh,
many of you feel
absolutely.
that time is speeding up? I just had a lady sit down for a
Absolutely.
reading, where has the year gone?
Yes.
How many times do we say
Yes.
that, right? It was just January. And we're noticing it, right? There's things that happen that people notice. And for those of you that notice things, you are the outliers. You know that, right?
No.
You're the system problem. Like, how many of you know about the Mandela effect?
Yeah.
Look at that. Anybody here that doesn't know what the Mandela effect is? The Mandela effect was named after Nelson Mandela because a lot of people remembered he died in a year. What was the year that Mandela died? Somebody can look it up really quickly. I think it was like 2018 or something like that. But then people remembered that he died in like 2009 or something. It was very strange, but there's like no news articles to support the first one, the earlier death, but a lot for the second. But it's little things like Jiffy peanut butter, right? Or Oscar Mayer. How do you spell Oscar Mayer?
M-E-Y-E-R.
It's M-A-Y-E-R.
Chick-fil-A.
My baloney has
So he died in
It's
2015, by the way.
it's O-S-C-A-R,
M-A-Y-E-R.
but it's actually on the packaging, it's M-E-Y-E-R. So what the Nelson Mandela effect says is that there's changes happening in other dimensions that's affecting this dimension. You guys know we don't live in, this is the only dimension, right? You know there's other dimensions. So when other changes are happening in other dimensions, we're having like some cross interference and things are changing.
I truly believe that we've crossed into a different.
You never know. All right, 2022 was a year 6. 6 is about responsibility, relationships, and service. And this was reflected in 2022 with the global humanitarian crisis from the Russia-Ukraine war, reminding us of our duty to care for one another and step up in service. Do you remember what happened for you in 2022? Remember the theme? The theme is responsibility, relationships, and service. Yeah. Well, year 7 was 2023. Year 7 is the energy of reflection and inner growth. 7s tend to be quiet years, introspective. I don't really want to go anywhere. I want to spend time by myself. I'm thinking. You know why? Because we're coming to the close of the cycle. So that's the year we start to really think about our lives or wonder about where I am or where I'm heading. By the way, 2023 was the year AI tools like ChatGPT exploded onto the scene, prompting deep reflection about wisdom, truth, and what it means to be human. Right? Because that's when we start having those philosophical debates like we're having now. You know, will AI take over us? Will we allow AI to take over us? Will humans matter? Are humans more important than AI? Are souls more important than productivity? These were the questions that were starting to come out. Year 8 was last year, 2024, the year of power, authority, and manifestation. That's when we saw record-breaking elections, major debates over corporate and governmental authority, forcing us to examine how power is claimed and used. What happened for you last year? Was your business booming? Mine was. Because usually in year 8, your business is booming, your money is good. It was the opposite for you? Yeah. And now this brings us to 2025, the year 9. This is the year of completion and release. Now, we saw something major happen this year. Starbucks closed globally a lot of their stores.
They did?
Mm-hmm. Do I have the number? Over 2,600 retail closures, yeah. And how many other places have started to close that we know?
So many.
A lot of.
Yeah.
Government firings.
What's that?
Government firings.
Government firings. Yeah, look at what's been happening this year, right? With the new government. We've been having a lot of the social programs, right, being cut, a lot of funding cuts.
My job was
Might have a lot next
Your
week.
job is cut. Yeah, next week. A lot of my readings this year, healings this year, were for people that were losing jobs.
20% will be fired.
20% from where?
If the government shuts down, the plan is to release 20% of the federal force.
They already have released 20%. Another 20%, that makes a total of 40?
I think so.
Well, next week's the end of the fiscal year,
Yep.
so if the
closed.
budget doesn't include you, then you're gone.
You're gone, yeah.
Absolutely.
What else? What else happened this year that's endings? Were there any partnerships that ended this year? Globally, corporations?
Elon Musk and Trump are no longer friends. Sorry.
The great breakup. Listen, I was following that love relationship more seriously than I was following
Oh, I knew
Cardi
it
B
was
and
fake.
Offset, okay?
I knew it was fake from the beginning.
Their breakups were more traumatic than
You
Cardi and
cannot put
Offset.
two egos that big in a room and have them survive.
Yeah.
A lot of tariffs agreements changed and broke.
They're gonna go away.
So,
Israel and Gaza.
Oh, it's horrible.
oh, well,
There's that.
there's that. So here's my journaling prompt for 2019. How did you this year express yourself or expand in 2019? What did you let,
2024.
I'm sorry, 20, you know why? Because I left it on my prompt. We were just chatting and I left it on my prompt. Let's go up to 2025. Oh. Do you guys want the prompts for each of the years?
Yes.
Okay, where did I leave you off at? We were all chatting. 2020, the prompt was, how were your foundations tested? 2021, what unexpected changes happened in 2021 for you? And this is good for you to go home and to reflect on these questions, right? Where were you asked to adapt in 2021? In 2022, your prompt is, what responsibilities or relationships called your attention in 2022? Because that was a 6 year. Home. 2023, your prompt is, where did you go inward in 2023? What spiritual or personal truths emerged? Maybe many of you started your spiritual paths 2 years ago, or a desire to know yourself more. 2024, your prompt is, how did you step into power in 2024? Or where were you challenged to claim your worth? That was last year. And this year, your prompt is, what is ending for you now? What are you being asked to release? Now, some of you were writing the whole time, and I want you to look at what you wrote. Do you see a story unfolding? Can you see what this past cycle has been for you? Now, I do readings, and one of the readings I do is your personal year readings, because your years differ from the global years. I'm in a year 2. I just entered my new cycle last year. And when I looked back at my old cycle, the biggest theme that emerged was, it was about relationships, about my desire for really authentic relationships. Not being around people who used me, not being around people who just wanted to be around me because I'm me, but really people who genuinely valued me. And I lost a lot of people in that last cycle. So when you're journaling for yourself, you want to ask yourself, what's my theme that's emerging? Okay?
Can you repeat 2023's prompt?
2023 is, Where did you go inward in 2023? What spiritual or personal truths emerged? All right, I got 2 minutes left, so I want to do a little guided meditation. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. I want you to see yourself standing at the end of the path from 2017 to now. Ahead of you is a glowing doorway, the portal of 2026. You're carrying a backpack of fears, doubts, and old stories. I want you to see yourself taking them out one by one and laying them on the ground, feeling yourself lighten. What remains are your treasures, wisdom, love, and gifts. These you carry with you. Now step boldly through the glowing portal. Feel renewal, courage, alignment. On the other side, whisper your intention for this new cycle. Anchor it in your heart. In and close. May we release what no longer serves, align with our soul's truth, and step boldly into the 2026 portal of purpose. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for having me. Guys, I'm at